Brothers Gaming.
Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello, folks, and welcome back. Yes, we switched games. Now we're playing Stellaris. I was getting tired of Death Road 2. Oh wow, that came in loud. I was getting tired of Death Road to Canada, so I thought we'd switch it up a bit. So let's go ahead, shall we? All right, got the volume sorted there. Sorry about that, folks. All I do is apologize to you. So, if you're not familiar with Stellaris, it's basically like Crusader Kings 2, but in space. It's actually very, very cool. A lot of it's randomly generated. Obviously not where you start, at least name-wise, but you do start in different parts of the galaxy. I believe a lot of the factions are randomly generated. I've been playing it, and I gotta say, it is one of the best grand strategy games I have ever played, believe it or not. Now, if you're familiar with the old Crusader Kings 2, you should know enough to be able to pick it up and play. The learning curve for these types of games made by, oh my goodness, I can't remember, Paradox, there we go, made by Paradox, are usually pretty high, but if you are familiar with Crusader Kings 2, you should be in a good place. I know I was. There's also a better tutorial in this, so that's good as well. So, normally when I start off, I've been an expert at starting this off because I've just been playing, restarting and restarting and playing and restarting and going. So, yeah, normally when I play this, I play as the United Nations of Earth. Basically, the United Nations has now united Earth, more or less, I would say, into almost like a confederacy by nation. And that's who deals with outside individuals now. So that's cool. And now there's other factions here, obviously different aliens. You got your reptilian races. You got your avian races, you got your bug races. I'm not sure what kind he is. Some kind of slug? Fungal? Yes, fungus is sentient. And then, of course, there's another mammalian. Oh, molluscule. Molluscule? I don't even know what that is. Not sure what that is. I was not a biology major. Anyway, so since I'm most familiar with the United Nations of Earth, with them and their indirect democracy, and other things like that, every faction has a different. Here's a Commonwealth of Man, and their military dictatorship. There's the Tazian Empire, which is a military dictatorship. There's so many different governmental forms. Divine Mandate, which is basically like a crusader type of deal. Despotic, there we go. Hegemony, my God, I can't even say it. Science dictator, there's just so many different. Peaceful bureaucracy, direct democracy, there's just a lot of different things. So indirect democracy, that's basically what you're most familiar with, assuming you live in the West. So yeah, where people elect their leaders and their leaders decide on policy. So let's do that. Alright, so now we're going to set our thing. I like to go huge spiral forearms, kind of like our galaxy is. And then I like to put on Iron Man mode because I like to get achievements as I play. And that's the only way to get achievements. Paradox takes their achievements very seriously. Alright, so let's play. So, starting off, there is some things you gotta know, basically. I'll read this for you. Much has happened since modern humans first emerged from Africa some 200,000 years ago. Our kind spread rapidly across most of the globe, and soon the first civilizations took form. Scientific progress has been swift, though not without cost. Wars claimed millions of lives even before the atom was tamed, and the turmoil of the 21st century saw the mandate of the United Nations gradually expanded in an effort to create stability. By the early 22nd century, the supranational organization had become a de facto world government. Though some still resent the power wielded by the UN, as evidenced during the these words, Monetarian Police Action of '88, few can deny the technological breakthroughs that have come through its sponsored research programs. Many of the recent completion of the first true starships, mankind is about to embark on a new era of space exploration. Okay, that was a mouthful. So let's begin. So to start off, basically, first thing you want to do is you want to pay attention to the top of your menu here. The first thing you want to do, or at least what I do, is set your research. You have your physics, you have your societal, and your engineering base. So research, basically that handles, well, physics research at least handles, well, research, technology as far as energy goes, and yeah. So to start off, let's make our research speed better. I feel like that's a good investment. New Worlds Protocol, so we can settle new ships for society. And then for engineering, we'll go for many different ways to satisfy... Well, what am I saying? Sorry, folks. I'm all over the place today. At the bottom here, you can see that there are resources being collected. And the buildings you build on top of those can kind of build off on them or make their own thing. But the buildings have to build off of them if you want to keep these going. So it's a good idea if you're producing good food from there to build a farm and not, say, a mining network, if that makes sense. So this guy's producing both food and minerals. While we do need minerals, since there's doing 2 food, I think it would be better to build a farm there, and that will forfeit the minerals. And same with this. And then as time goes on, we will have building, or there will be building. There will be population growth, there we go. And these other tiles will be occupied. And these here, these yellow, see the construction things? Those are blockers where you have to pay money to clear them. Here we got industrial wasteland, here we got sprawling slums. So just push all those poor people out and build something in the name of progress. Eventually we'll do that. And we're the nice people. So anyway, since we got that basically down, now we'll start scouting. And as you can see, we've got some scouting to do. For sure. So let's zoom back in to this is our Sol, is where we are currently in both this game and real life. We are in the Sol solar system, as you probably know. So anyway, let's get the surveying going. First thing you have to do is send your science ships out to survey and to figure out what is going on as far as resources go. So they resource the moon there, Luna. Didn't find anything. They'll resource the sun. Didn't find anything. And as you can see, he's just jops around here. Oh, there he found a couple of minerals, which is good, on a
anomaly found.
Big meteorite. I guess you could say meteorite. Is it meteorite? I don't know. Asteroid. That's the word. Okay, so we got an anomaly here. So massive stores are visible in the upper atmosphere of Uranus, of the gas giant. It may be worth to study it. So there's a 22% chance that they'll fail, but I think it's worth doing, so we will do that. And then while they're doing that, we will build a mining station here so we can take advantage of those minerals. So basically in the beginning of the game, you want to build up as much as you can your resource base, which is minerals right here, energy, and influence. Influence builds up on its own. That's just legitimacy, basically. Your political capital, more or less. Energy, you know what that is. That's basically your gold in this game. It's basically your currency. And then minerals helps build ships, buildings, that sort of thing. It's like, you know, blah, blah, blah. So we got the outcome here of studying that anomaly, Uranus frequently experiences massive and extremely violent storm systems in its atmosphere. Several dozen persistent storms are visible from orbit, with winds often reaching speeds of an excess of 700, is that miles per second? Or is it meters per second? I would guess meters because it's not MI. That's weird. Kilometers, you would think. Anyway, the cause of these storms is not immediately apparent, as we have found nothing on the planet's climate model that would explain them. Our models are interested in studying this anomaly. So, because we studied that anomaly,
hostile fleet detected.
So we'll get to that in a second. We now have a research bonus there. We can build a research station there and get some physics research from it. So now we've discovered unidentified object inbound.
Situation log updated. Evading hostile fleet.
Okay. Before we deal with that hostile fleet, we now know without a doubt that a thriving biosphere is not something unique to Earth. Both the scientific community and the public at large are eager to learn more about various forms of alien life found throughout the galaxy. Efforts to catalog these life forms we encounter are already underway, but our xenobiologists have urged us to focus our planetary survey efforts on habitable life-bearing worlds. Okay. So
Situation log updated.
Okay, so we'll look at that. Okay, so
Situation log
oh my god. Okay. You're overwhelming me. Are you leaving? Are you coming in? Okay, so we actually, this is weird. We have a hostile enemy inbound to our home system, which I've never encountered before. So that's, I guess, get our fleet ready, even though it's outmatched here. Hopefully they'll come and attack our spaceport. What are they gonna do? Okay, they're gone. Good. Okay. Alright, I'm not sure what they were. Are they gone? Who's this? These are just, I think these are just friendlies. Okay. Or at least neutrals. That was weird. Very weird. Threw me for a loop there. Okay, so let's continue surveying the system. Go over there to Venus. So we got some alien ships coming in, but they don't look like they're hostile. So let's go ahead and investigate these guys. Where are they? Outers? Irifs. Okay, these are these guys. So let's investigate them while they're here. And we'll investigate the other guys who showed up, who are hostile. And I don't want to invest any money into my military right now because I want to invest all that into building my resource base up.
Construction complete.
Alright, so we built those buildings we wanted to build. Okay, so let's see. Yep, we built those, so their population should be increasing even faster now, I would guess, because they have more food to play around with now. There's population growing here where the societal research bonus is. I'm just going to let that do its thing. I'm not going to build anything there for right now because our main priority is building up our resources, not our research. So, I see there is a 2 here. So, with energy, and energy, I always have energy crises in the beginning of my game, so I will clear out those sprawling slums. Sorry, guys. And we will build them. Alright, so we found another, looks like Io on one of the Jupiter's moons. Has some, what do you call it? Minerals, but we don't have enough to build a station yet, so we'll have to wait a little bit.
Complete.
All right, so we finished research here. The spaceborne life forms, which the human head of society research have come to refer as Tiaki, are docile creatures capable of accessing some lower dimension of subspace. They roam from system to system with remarkable ease. They graze on gases common to the upper layers of many gas giants. It is highly unlikely, to say the least, that this is their only food source, but intake of other nutritions is yet to be observed. They will likely, if ever, attack even when provoked. They can be safely be ignored. Okay, good. So we have those other guys who showed up who were hostile, but then left. So let's research them as well. So eventually we'll come across other spacefaring civilizations, and we'll have to research their language before we can talk to them, which I feel is accurate. Or they can research ours.
Anomaly found.
Oh, found another anomaly. Ooh, this one's risky. Go ahead. Hopefully nobody dies. Alright, found some energy on Neptune.
Complete.
That'll be handy. Alright, and we fully surveyed our system. So, let's move to Alpha Centauri. And we'll queeg up some things here. So, now it'll move from solar system, you know, scouting, and we'll just keep going outwards. So they'll warp out of the system. There they go. Construction ship.
Special project complete.
All right. Once the ship drifting by 4 Vesta, yeah, had been towed out of the debris, we could send it in an away team to investigate. It is a murder scene. Only one crew member has been found, a long-eared amphibian biped who appears to have been stabbed repeatedly. The ship is, by the death of its crew, up for grabs. It is fitted with very efficient thrusters, the structure and design of which are beyond us at present. The vessel is not armed, having been used to transport for important personnel. Repurposing it into an exploration vessel would be a minor undertaking. However, if we instead deconstruct it and study the engines in greater detail, we could maybe capture some of the genius and translate it into practical improvements for our fleets. I really don't need another science ship, so let's tear it down. Works for me.
Special project complete.
Oh, space amoebas. Their nickname, now lovingly popularized on Earth, are solitary animals when left to their own devices. All but the youngest specimens are accompanied by quasi-independent organisms dubbed flagella? Flagella, yeah. Seemingly spawned by the amoeba and programmed through liquid, RNA-laced secretions to do the bidding. Wow, okay. We're just going to skip that. So basically, we've studied them. If you want, you can go back and pause it. It's up to you. Alright, so we will now build a mining station here on Neptune.
Anomaly found.
Oh, found another anomaly. Go ahead and research it. You've been through worse. Whoa. What is this? This is new. Mass extinction. Our first stumbling steps into the void beyond Earth were not motivated solely by curiosity or a desire to conquer the unknown, or a need to leave our mark on the galaxy. The biosphere of Earth has undergone rapid changes in the past few centuries, and the prominent scientists warn that Earth may be faced with the beginnings of a mass extinction event. That cyclical purging of life that is inseparable from planetary existence in the higher cosmos. A research plan has been put together to study the number of planets rendered uninhabitable by major astronomical incidents or planet-bound catastrophes. We hope that by reconstructing these events, a similar fate may be avoided for Earth and the human race. It falls on you as the President of the United Nations of Earth to ensure that the expedition is carried out for a human future.
Situation log updated.
Well, that's unsettling. So I guess So I guess just as we go, we'll encounter those planets. That is very unsettling. So keep going here. Downer science, jeez. While conducting their survey of Alpha Centauri 1, the UNS Doolittle. I wonder if that's in reference to the Doolittle raid, I don't know, of World War II. Detected the remains of an automated shipyard in orbit. It is at least 1,000 years old and seems to have been subjected to heavy missile barrage, but one of its manufacturing bays is still in working condition. Science officer blah 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 is confident that the power can be restored in the shipyard, but it would be a significant process.
Situation log updated.
All right, let's check that out. What do you have? Science skill 3. Okay, you have that. Yeah, go ahead and try to get that going. Okay, so we're constructing. Let's check out how Earth is doing. Got the surface there. Okay, so we cleared away the slums, remember? We said we were going to do that. I think we should build a power plant here so they're ready whenever they do spawn. We may do grassroots administration here in a bit if energy's looking rough, but other than that, we should be okay. Let's see. Not build this time. Oh. I thought we were in the realm of influence here. Whatever. I'm confused. Why can't I build? Oh, I can't afford it.
Special project complete.
Science officer has restored power. Good. Send a crew to the new ship and press it into service with our own fleet. Oh, cool. Wow, that sucker's powerful. I'll take it. Alright, folks. Well, it looks like we're pulling in a new ship here. So that'll be good for our fleet. Should make our military numbers look good. Anyway, this has been the first episode of Stellaris on Bob Brothers Gaming with Ethan. And we'll catch you tomorrow, folks. Hopefully we'll see you then.